Hello there, Chris McCarthy here with FactoryWebSource.com, and in this video tutorial today, I'm going to show you how you go about editing the default equipment page that we've set up for you on your Factory WebSource website. So, as I mentioned, by default, we've created an equipment page on here, and within this page, we've added a header up here that has a background image, and we've added a title, a subtitle, and then a call to action button. And then down here below that, we've simply added a few rows that have some photos that we've added in here by default, a title, and then actually some specifications or description down here. And then down here in the bottom, we have a call to action row. So by default, we've added this in here, so you can simply go in here and edit these pages. These pages are completely customizable by you, so you can take what we've used and simply edit the headings, edit the images, edit the title, and then also edit the specifications or the descriptions to fit the equipment that you have at your facility. Or you can go in here and completely remove this page, or you can include this page in here but completely remove all the content and make this page your very own simply using our drag and drop page builder. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial today is I'm simply going to walk you through the page builder, show you the different rows and the content that's in there, and then walk you through how you would go about editing these rows to fit your needs. So first off, log into your Factory WebSource control panel, and then over here on the left, click on Pages. Now we're editing the equipment page today, so go ahead and click on Equipment. And this is going to open up that page, the editor content window for this. And like I said, we are using a page builder in here. This is a visual page builder, so you get a good visual representation of all the rows and the content that's on your page. So first here, right here, what you see is row number 1. And this is the one that has the background image up here with the main title and then also the subtitle and the call to action button. To edit this, first off, here's your row. There's a pencil icon over here. This is where you would edit the row settings. So you can come in here, you can change up the height in here, the position. What I'm going to walk you through really quickly is how to change out the background color and the photo. So under design options, we've included a background color of black, but we've also added this image in here. If you want to swap out this image, you simply click on the plus icon right here. This is going to bring open your media library, where if you click on upload files, you can then drag and drop or select files from your computer to upload to your media library. Once they're in your media library, you simply click on the image you want to add. Once that's selected, you then click on Set Image. Now what that's doing is changing up the background image. Click on Save Changes. Once those are saved, go ahead and click on Update. Now that that page has been updated, if I go back to the browser here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh the browser, and you're going to see that this background image for this header area has now changed to that new image we've added in there. So that's how you edit the settings for the actual row. Now the content settings, or the elements that are within that row, are these two right here. We have heading, and we also have advanced button. So our equipment heading, click on the pencil icon that's located right there. This is where you change out the main title, which is right up here on top. Then also the subheading, which is right down here on the bottom. So you can swap out the text to fit your needs. And then under typography is where you would go if you want to actually adjust the font, change up the font style. And you can also change out the style, the size, and then the color for the main. And as you scroll down here, here are the font settings for the subheading. Once you've edited these, click on Save Changes. Now the next item within this row is the advanced button. So once again, hover over this row, click on the pencil icon. Going to bring up the settings panel, change out the title, where it links off to. You can change out everything from button alignment to the size of the button. Here are the colors of the button. Under background tab is the hover states of that button. You can add icons, you can change up some more styling, you can add a shadow, and this is where you go to change up the typography, so your font settings for that button. You can edit all that. Simply click on Save Changes. So that's the main row, the heading row right there. So that's how you go about editing that. And then as you scroll down, we have additional rows that we've added in here, one row for each of the different equipment that we have down here. So we have off to the left, we have an image. Off to the right, we have another column with a title and specifications. So back here, we've created new rows, and these are kind of a 1/3, 2/3 size row. So over here in the 1/3 section, by clicking over here, you can make this half and half, 50-50. You can make this a 3-column row. What we've done is we've added a 2-column row with the position over here on the left being about a 1/3 size and then 2/3 size for this. So if you wanted to swap out the image, we've added an image element in here. Click on that pencil icon. Simply bring up the settings panel. Click on this plus icon again. It's going to bring up in your media library where you can upload new files or select a file from your computer. Select on the image you want to add. Always click on set image. That's going to set that image into that area here in your settings panel. Once again, click on save changes and it's going to save those changes. You can also edit the image alignment and then the image style. So for example, on image style, it's by default, it's a square image, but if you wanted to make this a circle image, you can go ahead and click on circle and save those changes. Now what that's doing is it's going to be cropping that image into a circle. So if I update this page, once those settings have updated, I go back to the browser here. When I refresh the page, you're going to see that this image has gone from square and now it's circle. So you can change up how that image is actually cropped and the style of that image. Back over here in the website, if I want to switch that back again, to go over that, click on that pencil icon, scroll down, switch this back to default, save changes, and it's going to switch that back to that square image. Next section we have, or next column we have over here on the right, is the title and the description. So we've added a couple elements in here, one of them being your heading element. So clicking on that pencil icon, you're able to come over here and edit the heading of that, and then also the typography settings, so color, font size, save those changes. And then what we've done is embedded another row into here, but this is a 2-column row, so we've selected 2 columns. This also has a heading in here. So what we've done in each of these headings is we've added the bullet point specifications that you see right here. So here is one of those sections of that 2-column row, and here is the other section. So you could simply go in here, add your own bullet points, save those changes. Over here, click on that pencil icon, add your own bullet points, save those changes. Now, if you wanted to swap this out, or if you wanted to change this over to a 1-column row, or add a new column row in here, click on the plus icon, create a new row. What that's going to do is add a new row down here. So simply if I wanted to go ahead and then add a new heading in here that's just a basic description, you can click on the plus icon. Once again, open up headings. That's going to add a heading in here. Click on the icon. Now I can add in just some sample text really quick here. Click on save changes, or you can actually edit the typography on here. Save changes. Once that's saved, click on update. That's going to update the page. Go back to the website again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh the browser, reload this page. So now I have this sample text that I just created down here. If I wanted to make that left alignment, simply go in here, click on that pencil icon, adjust the settings a little bit more. So instead of having it align center, I can align it left. Click on save changes, update that page, and then what that's going to do, it's going to go ahead and update that text to then be left aligned as opposed to center aligned on this page. So if you want to remove these bullet points, you can just add some text in there. So that's basically how you go about editing these rows. Now we've added several different rows in here that you can go ahead and edit. If you want to go ahead and delete a row, all you would do, or any of these elements, you would just simply click on the trash icon. It's going to ask you if you'd like to delete it. Go ahead and click on OK. It's going to delete that row. You can do the same thing with any of these rows, delete those. Now, if you want to duplicate a row, it's very simple. So if you wanted to add, if you have more equipment than what we've added in here, rather than rebuilding all of these rows, you can simply click on the duplicate button, which is right here on any row. By clicking that, it's going to duplicate that row. So what it just did is it took this row, made an exact duplicate of it down here. Now you can go in here and swap out your image, swap out the headings, swap out the content, save your changes by updating the page. Now when I go back to the website, what you're going to see is I have this main row up here, but I duplicated it. So if I refresh the browser, you're going to see that then I have an exact duplicate of Manuals and Mills and Lays right here. But I would just go in and then swap out that image and make this a whole new row for another additional piece of equipment. So that's basically how you go about editing your equipment page on your website. If you need any more help or support on this, simply click on the support tab that's located over here on the left, submit a support ticket, and we would be happy to help.